official statistics, we also pay tribute to 75 years of National Sample Survey, which has played a pivotal role in shaping data-driven policy in India. We are delighted to have with us today an esteemed set of countries, thought leaders, and innovators who are championing the cause of digital transformation and statistical excellence. To formally commence today's event, I invite Shri R. Rajesh, Additional Director General, Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, to deliver the welcome address. Over to you, sir.
Respected Dr. Sauragarji, Secretary MOSPI, respected Professor T.G. Sitaramji, Chairman AICT, respected Dr. Abhay Jareji, Vice Chairman AICT and Chief Innovation Officer, Ministry of Education, respected Geeta Singh Rathod Madam, Director General, National Sample Survey, respected Shri P.R. Meshramji, Director General Data Governance, my esteemed colleagues, Additional Secretaries, Additional Director Generals, Deputy Director Generals who have joined here personally as well as online, and especially our esteemed colleagues from the Innovation Cell of the Ministry of Education. And most important of all, the representatives of different educational institutions who have joined online. I extend a warm welcome to all of you on this momentous occasion of the launch of STATATHON, a data journey through Viksit Bharat, the national level hackathon and grand challenge to commemorate 75 years of yeoman service of the National Sample Survey to the nation. National Sample Survey, as this August gathering may be knowing, is the pioneer of large-scale surveys in the world, as well as the premier data collection organization of the world, and has played a pivotal role in shaping our country's policies in 75 years through its credible large-scale socioeconomic surveys. One of the objectives of this grand hackathon is to propagate the work of NSS, the silent work done by the NSS, and reach the vast amount of data and products that the NSS is silently bringing out year after year to the next generation of researchers, students, and youth. Sir, we are thankful to the Ministry of Education for collaborating with us and undertaking this special hackathon. The innovation cell of the ministry is a pioneer in this field in the country. I am especially grateful to the keenness shown by the chairman and vice chairman of AICT in this noble initiative. So this collaborative hackathon gives out an important message of whole of government approach that two knowledge-rich ministries, the Ministry of MOSPI and Ministry of Education, can collaborate across silos, breaking the boundaries, as realizing the vision of the Honorable Prime Minister, Sri Narendra Modi. Secretary Sir, we are extremely grateful for inspiring us to undertake this hackathon to address the real-world problems faced by our NSS officers and investigators in official statistics under the Data Innovation Lab initiative. Sir, the Data Innovation Lab initiative of MOSPI envisions use of latest IT technologies and research-based innovative technological solutions to address problems faced in official statistics, and also creating an ecosystem for experimentation through wider participation of academic institutions, researchers, and startups, etc. The Data Innovation Lab, sir, under your dynamic leadership and guidance, has grown by leaps and bounds in very short time. We are already processing 7 use cases. The use cases so far we have been considered relate to micro problems in the field of official statistics, but were largely in the arena of data dissemination. In this special hackathon, sir, we are taking up 5 problem statements that have been strategically selected to cover the entire data lifecycle from collection to processing to dissemination. The 5 problem statements will be unveiled later. I can just say that one of they relate to aspects like data encryption and anonymization of unit level data, how to better it, creating smart survey tools, application for data preparation, cleaning, estimation, and report writing, and a problem statement, as we have been discussing, sir, an important problem statement of semantic search for the national occupation classification, which will help us, which will help the investigators through the job language and receive the top 5 relevant NCOs. Lastly, sir, Our clarion call would be to the youth of the country, represented by the educational institutions, startups, and researchers to participate in this special hackathon in large numbers. By addressing the real world problems of official statistics, by grappling and solving these genuine issues, you would be truly contributing towards nation building. Sir, if I can quote Maharishi Aurobindo, the call is to young India. It is the young who must be the builders of new India. So again, we call upon the youth to share the, you can say, the problems and try to help the silent investigators who are working in the field in taking the data from the dusty hamlets, remote villages, covering hills and dales, and you can say flooded rivers. I once again extend my heartfelt thanks to all the dignitaries, experts, and team members who have made this initiative possible, especially the dignitaries who have also joined us through online. Sir, we'll be working in unison to make this a grand success. Thank you, sir.
And for setting the tone of the evening. Now, to share the overview of the Hackathon and Grand Challenge, I invite Dr. Abhay Jere, Vice Chairman, AICTE, and Chief Innovation Officer, Education's Innovation Cell, to share his perspective on how this initiative will harness the creativity of young minds across the country. Over to you, sir.
Honorable Saurabh sir, Rathod Madam, Mishram sir, Chairman AICT who has joined us online, my friend and our member secretary Ramulu, Professor Dr. Ramulu. So first, I would really like to thank Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation for joining hands with MIC, that is MOE's Innovation Cell, and AICT for this hackathon or for this grand challenge. So this is a very important initiative for us because it will give a huge push for actually solving data related problem statements in our educational institutions. So within AICT, we have more than 13,000 institutions under our domain. Majority of them are technical institutions in engineering, management. Even hotel management is also under us. Over 1.3 crore students. So this hackathon will actually of students, and we will ensure, sir, that there is a good participation for this hackathon. I would like to give you an example of what we have done earlier, and that will help you understand the scale at which we operate, sir. Sir, with the Department of Consumer Affairs, last year we launched 2 grand challenges. One in area of onion, for onion preservation and valorization and those kind of things. And similarly in area of tomato also, which we called onion grand challenge and tomato grand challenge. Sir, I am very, very happy to share with you, after 1 year, it was so successful that we could actually have 14 patents, 10 international publications, and 4 designs coming out of it. And actual startups, not just incubated startups, but 4 actual startups came, which are now getting into market, and they were supported by Ministry of Consumer Affairs. So it has been that way. Apart from Smart India Hackathon, which has become world's biggest open innovation model. Sir, even the direct engagements with 2 different ministries, Ministry of Education, as well as some other partnering ministry where we are helping them organize. We are getting very good results, sir. Apart from that, sir, NTRO, NCCICP, we partner with them, and we actually launched separate hackathons, which we are calling pentathons. And there, the focus is completely on cyber security. So on one side, sir, we deal with something like onion and tomatoes. On the other side, we also deal with cyber security and those kind of aspects. Then we have other hackathons where we are dealing with disaster management and so on. So this hackathon where we will be working on data collection and data security, data implementation, analytics kind of a thing. So we are extremely thankful that we have got this opportunity. And I will just request our team, BOSPI team, as well as my MIC team, is that after this launch, we should have doubt clearing sessions, because we will be today putting out a document which will highlight the 4 or 5 problem statements in great details. But what we have realized over a period of time is that the students or the youngsters who are actually solving problems, they have large number of, they have specific requirements related to data structures and those kind of things. So if we can do for next 1 week some kind of these doubt clearing sessions, then it will be of immense help for getting for enthusiasm means for actually pushing the students, creating enthusiasm in them, and eventually getting good outcome and good for this. So, sir, again, once again, I thank the entire MOSPI team, sir, for joining hands with us, our AICT team, our MIC team, and I sincerely hope that under your guidance, sir, to actually achieve really good results, and we will make you proud, sir, considering this association. Thank you very much.
Thank you for sharing a compelling vision of the STATATHON, which can drive innovation and youth engagement in the field of data and statistics. Thank you, Dean. I now have the honor of inviting Shri P.R. Mishra, Director General, Data Governance, Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, to share his thoughts on this forward-looking initiative. Over to you, sir.
Secretary, Instructions and Program Implementation, Chairman and Vice Chairman, AICT, Officers of Innovation Cell, Ministry of Education, representatives of institution joining online, my colleagues from the ministry and fellow innovators. I welcome you all to this launch ceremony of Grand Challenge, STATATHON 2025, a journey for Viksit Bharat. This is being organized as part of our data innovation initiatives this ministry has undertaken over a period of last 1 year. The Data Innovation Lab initiatives of NOSP, a unique and pioneering effort launched in July 2024, is revolutionizing official statistics by integrating advanced AI technologies into data ecosystem. It establishes a dynamic network that connects academic institutions, research organizations, students, and startups to develop innovative solutions for statistical challenges. The lab promotes collaborative research by engaging the premier institutions, including renowned IITs and IIMs. Startup innovators from academic institutions have been approached for proof of concept projects that addresses key issues such as data accessibility, predictive modeling, classification, etc. SPI has already started working with startups to develop AI-based solutions. As part of this initiative, the hackathon was organized in collaboration with an incubation center in IIT Gandhinagar last year. And the hackathon created a connection between students and MOSPI. Private and public sector mentors have been impaneled to handle students and startups during the hackathons. As part of this initiative, we have completed 3 POCs, incorporating AI/ML and workflow of the ministry. About 11 MOUs have been signed with various academic institutions, including IITs and IIMs. 6 pilots were underway, and ML-based 1 pilot has been just concluded. In this great challenge, STATATHON 2025, the 5 curated problem statements addresses the fundamental aspects of our national statistical system, particularly related to National Sample Survey. As the National Sample Survey is celebrating its 75 years in existence. So the 5 science statements just we are going to raise later on. Just briefly, I would like to touch on those issues. One is about data collection. This issue creates case intends to find such a solution for expeditious data collection. So we can do it by different way. Data processing. This use case will explore transforming new data into actionable insight that form policy decisions at district, state, and national level with the use of emerging technologies. Third is about data dissemination. It is aimed at providing a user-friendly, customized solution for accessing our micro data from micro data portal. And the fourth one is about data security, which is a very important now. Here we need to innovate solutions that protect individual privacy while maintaining high integrity and authenticity of statistical data used for governance and research. And fifth one is our semantic search for classification system. The development of intelligent search capabilities for our national statistical classification will facilitate researchers, policymakers, and field workers in their respective pursuit. This will enable more precise studies and better utilization of our vast statistical resources. So during this proposed STATATHon, we'll be also be working with the innovators closely so that adequate domain knowledge will be available to them in their pursuit to bring innovation in our statistical system. This forward-thinking approach, driven by the potential of Gen AI and based on pillars of collaboration, will transform the statistical system by driving continuous improvements and sustainable advancements, instilling hope and bringing the vision of Viksit Bharat closer to reality. So, at the last, I once again will you to launch the function of this and to conclude that with my address with the hope that a very fruitful collaboration is going forward. Thank you. Thanks for this.
Thank you, sir. Proceed to a significant moment in today's program, the curtain raiser and official launch of the problem statements for the STATATHON. The problem statements envisaged for this hackathon reflect a real-world challenges and offer an opportunity to create innovation, scalable, and impactful solutions in the field of statistics and data governance. This marks the formal beginning of a journey where students, startups, institutions will tackle real-world challenges with fresh ideas and futuristic solutions. To formally unveil the challenge, I would like to request Dr. Saurabh Garg, Secretary, Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, and Professor T.G. Sitaram, Chairman, AICTE, who has joined us virtually to kindly do the honors.
And try to find a pilots for these. In the data, we have talked about it, data security, data processing, and data dissemination. I must confess, sir, that out of these four, at least two ideas came when we had a meeting with you, sir. And I'll specifically name those two. One is that when we are talking about the data security, you asked us that how secure our data anonymization technique is. And then it so happened that we decided that we'll again take it up part of this. And another one is, sir, again, I'll say that when we're talking about the microdata portal, then also you asked that, it's microdata portal, we're giving everything to the stakeholder, but what if they want it in a customized manner? So that's also an attempt we are trying to do it, sir. We're also trying to find out something which I would say is unique in a sense that data dissemination, the classification, once people get and people respond in a textual manner or maybe in an incomplete textual manner, how do we code that, sir? So those are issues we are trying to handle with it. Can we go to the next slide, please? Just go to the next slide, please. Thank you. So these are the four problems, sir. Data security and compliance, data dissemination, data collection. So again, the data collection part, since we are not very sure that at what point in time we are going to include Gen AI into the data collection, but we thought that it would be better that we start working on it now, so that we have fair idea that what it can do and what it can't do. So that's very important, sir, because we should understand that what it can't do. And I'm really thankful to the NSS team also here, sir, that three problem has come from their side. So they have been actively participating with us. And I hope this participation is continued, because going forward, sir, a lot of questions will be asked by different people and we'll have to be ready to sensitize them, because our area is a very niche area, sir. So just quickly, sir, again, so we are going to find out how strong our anonymization technique is and what can we better it. That's problem number one, sir. The problem number two is that can we provide a API gateway from where the microdata which is available in a text file can get in a file or in SQL through SQL command, sir, which is the in thing right now, sir. Third problem is, can we use AI in data collection? How can we use it? What type of, there are portals available which are doing it, sir. So we need to find what is the possibility. Basically, we are going to find out there, sir. Fourth is, once data is available, sir, can we give the command and the table can be prepared? Can we give the command and the report can be prepared? So those are the areas we are going to explore as point number 4, sir. And finally, the NOC part, the National Occupation Classification. So most of our field workers go and they find out that, you know, the answers are either half or it's not complete or not exact. Then they have a lot of cognitive burden on them, sir, that they have to go through the manual and find it out. So perhaps this can be a method by which we can go there and we can ask them and then ask the AI to complete the work for us. So these are the 5 problem statements, sir, which we have identified in collaboration with the NSS, sir, because we are organizing this as part of the celebration, sir. And this is how we intend to go forward. Can you go to the next slide? As we go to the next slide, sir, I'll request my colleague, Sri Yogesh, to explain the logistics of the hackathon, sir. Yogesh, over to you.
So much, Rohit sir. So if you look at timeline, sir, it's around a 6-month activity starting from today. The portal is up as we launch it. The STATATHON portal is up now. Students and startups, there are 2 tracks. Students in the academia, they can, higher education institutions, they can apply separately. And the startups can also apply separately. So there are 2 tracks. The Grand Challenge has 3 stages. The first stage is online submission and online assessment of the ideas, preliminary ideas, after the doubt clearing sessions. So 1 month we will give it to students and startups to apply. After that, we will take around 3 weeks for initial assessment, and we will narrow down to top 10 ideas for each problem statement. Like that, we will get around 50 good shortlisted ideas. These 50 ideas and 50 teams, rather, they will go through mentoring sessions, which are joint mentoring sessions with MOSPI and MIC. After that, we will have assessment of these 50 in front of the panel of mentors and experts who are mainly statisticians and who also understand technology. After that, 25 top teams will be shortlisted for seed funding round. After, they will get 50,000 rupees seed funding for development of a proof of concept on the idea which they have been working on, they have improvised. And then these 25 teams will be continuously mentored by a joint team of MIC and MOSPI, and then they will come offline for field trials, which we call a grand finale around in the month of December. If we are able to map it to November end or 3rd week, I think that will be great. It's not too ambitious, but we are planning that. And during the grand finale, the team of evaluators will also assess what is the feasibility of the idea on ground, whether we can implement. And then MOSPI will take it ahead. If the idea is applicable on field, then they can think of taking the ideas ahead. So it will actually culminate into 2 things. One is grand finale at the end of the overall grand challenge. And after that, the shortlisted idea will keep receiving support and guidance from both the ministries. And if the ideas are workable, they will be asked to register maybe a proper entity, registered entity, and that entity might work with MOSPI in future if the idea is exceptionally good. So this is the overall process of the grand challenge. We really appreciate support from MOSPI and giving this opportunity to us. Thank you so much. Over to the master.
Thank you to all the respected seniors for formally launching the STATATHON and for unveiling stations. With that, with the launch now initiated, we move ahead in the program, and now I invite Professor T.G. Sitaram, Chairman AICTE, sir, has joined us virtually to share his message of encouragement for the youth and institutions participating in STATATHON.
सभी को नमस्कार. Very good afternoon to all of you. Dr. Saurabh Gar, Secretary MOSPI, Sri Rajesh, Additional Director General MOSPI, and PR Mesharam, Director General Data Governance, Vice Chairman AICTE, Member Secretary AICTE, and all MIC team, Ministries Innovation Council team, and all the people who have assembled from Ministry Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, and Data Informatics and Innovation Division, ladies and gentlemen. It's really a great pleasure here on this, and due to some unavoidable meeting at IIT Delhi, I couldn't join physically, but I am here to give my message. First of all, let me congratulate and thank Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation MOSPI for joining hands with AICTE and MIC for the upcoming hackathon on STATATHON, a data journey for Vikasit Bharat, to commemorate the glorious 75 years of service of National Sample Survey towards the nation. It's really an excellent moment on this. STATATHON aims to revolutionize the way statistical data is collected, processed, and analyzed in India. Who else better to solve this problem? Our young and energetic engineering management students across our nation. More than about 2,900 plus engineering colleges and another 2,000 management institutions will participate in this. We do have about 14,000 institutions, but this initiative encourages students from higher education institutions and startups to leverage emerging technologies like AI, ML, automation, and data analytics. Particularly, I would like to gladly share that AICTE is on AI mission, and most of the problem statement of STATAthon are related to software and AI related technologies. So in this, I'm very happy to share that large number of our students are already aware of these newer technology domain, and they have gone through theoretical things. And I think this is a golden opportunity for them. The STATAthon brings unique opportunity to all my engineering and management students to work on the official statistics of the government of India. It's very important that students from technology to work on sectors of national importance, and such a discipline like statistics, where government is offering opportunity for addressing key challenges and out of box thinking. And we have also, I'm very glad to tell you that we have also modified our curriculum for all the branches of engineering, core engineering students to also learn about statistics and mathematics, and then more importantly, artificial intelligence, generative AI, and agentic AI. So faculty members are also being trained in this. A lot of FDPs were conducted. So we also ask faculty members to encourage the students and handhold them to participate in the STATAthon, so that good and best solutions come out of this for the ministry. With this unique initiative, we are joining hands. Very happy to join hands with MOSPI and connecting multiple stakeholders together. Ministry with academia, with startups, connecting students directly to solve national problem. It's very important for our students to get dwelled into real data and problem solving, and critical thinking capabilities through this very intense 6 months long hackathon competition, where students are involved in many steps, and which will give them an opportunity to think about to start their own startups. As we all know that we are the third largest startup capital of the world. So there is a good opportunity through such competitions and very well laid out problem statements and the topics which students can do many more startups, and we become number one in the world. So through this unique initiative, I'm very happy to join hands with MOSPI and connecting multiple stakeholders in this journey of our Vikasit Bharat. We change the way we consume and create data, because data is very critical today. And we have a largest population as well as problems, and technologically also we are using large digital services. So in that cases, our data, especially official statistics in this case, it will create a new understanding, new knowledge, and also new direction for the Vikasit Bharat journey. Such grand challenges and hackathon integrate the policies and initiatives and enable the deployment on the field like it's integrating NEP 2020, because we are going to celebrate the fifth 5-year completion of a National Education Policy 2020 and the July 29th with Akhila Bharat Shiksha Samagam, wherein we are hoping such computations and such participation by the government and efforts will lead to problem solving capability to young people. They will involve in making Vikasit Bharat by 2047. So this Stratathon, where the problem statements designed by MUSPI, I would like to thank them and are improving the statistical data ecosystem. So we also thank them for funding, mentorship, and also platform, which is a sort of where we'll put all the proof of concept solutions. So this engagement with the government actually is a very valuable engagement, and I really appreciate, and I also congratulate my Ministry's Innovation Council team at AICTE also in taking an interest in such computation. I think we should do more and more of these, and I hope this will lead to good solution to the problems for MUSPI as well. With these few remarks, I once again thank the Secretary MUSPI for giving us this opportunity and engaging with AICTE. Thank you. Namaskar. Jai Hind. Jai Bharat.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the encouraging word and for reaffirming the vital role of innovation and academia in nation building through initiatives like STATATHON. Thank you so much, sir. We are now privileged to hear from a distinguished leader who has consistently guided Ministry's innovation and data initiatives, Dr. Saurabh Garg, Secretary, MOSPI. Sir, may I kindly invite you to address the gathering.
Thank you. Chairman AICTE, Dr. Sitaram, Vice Chairman, Dr. Vijay, my from MOSPI and other officers from the Ministry of Education Cell. And I think I was seeing the number of participants. There are more than 300, nearly 400 odd people who have joined virtually from different educational institutions. Thank you all for joining in and on this launch of the STATATHON that we are doing. This grand challenge is something we are actually hoping to utilize in the official statistics ecosystem going forward. Modernization of the statistical system has been a focus. We are looking at how we can use technology to make the official data that is generated more accurate, more timely, more relevant. Just to give an idea for others who are joined in from the different institutions, what we are really talking in when we talk of official statistics, we mean in terms of, for example, calculation of the country's GDP. What is the size of the economy, which is commonly called? What is the size of the economy? What is the growth rate of the economy? What is the inflation rate in the economy? And yesterday you might have seen the inflation numbers came out. Then we have what are the labor market dynamics? Which are the areas where workers and managers are required? What is the educational skill required? What is the level of economic status of individual households? These are all official statistics, and these are what are used both nationally and internationally to look at how any country is growing, doing, and what needs to be done. So this is something extremely relevant, and look forward to seeing more and more young students participating in this journey to look at how technology can be used so much more effectively. I won't go into the problem statements. All I can say is that each of those problem statements is something that is extremely useful for us, and we forward for the young students putting their brains behind and working on them. I think from the students' point of view, it's also very useful for them. And I'm sure these mentorship sessions that will be there, the uh, clarifications that would be done. And when the 50 teams go into more intense mode of mentorship, I think that will be something that will be extremely useful to them throughout their careers. By 50 teams, it might be 150, 200, 250, or maybe that many number of students. I'm sure they will benefit apart from what they are doing in their regular courses by this mentorship by people who are from different industries and get benefit of their experience in their careers. So with these words, for me, it's personally a pleasure to again 4 years interact with Dr. Abhay Jere. We, with the Stamp Smart and the Hackathon has just started. We had collaborated, and it's good to see that the way Smart India Hackathon has grown, and look forward that MOSPI continues to be able to do these hackathons. We've done 2 rounds we did with different institutions, but I think this one offers so much greater participation and value, I suppose. So with these words, once again, look forward to this collaboration between the Innovation Cell, between AICTE and MOSPI. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for laying out a clear vision for the role of innovation in statistics and governance through this hackathon. Thank you. As we approach the conclusion of today's program, I now invite Ms. Madhura Roy, Director, Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, to extend a formal vote of thanks.
Very good afternoon to everyone. As we arrive at the end of the ceremony today, I am privileged to propose the vote of thanks. I would first like to thank Dr. Saurav Garg, Secretary MOSPI, for taking time from his busy schedule and be present among us. It is his vision that is being translated in fostering collaboration with Ministry of Education and conduct of this STATATHON. Thank you, sir. Next, I take the opportunity to thank Professor T.G. Sitaram, Chairman AICT. Sir, your presence, albeit virtually, among us will not only motivate all the participants to enthusiastically take part in this hackathon, but shall also help us to learn about the new spheres of this world. The hackathon would not have been possible without the active support of Dr. Abhay Jere, Vice Chairman AICTE and Chief Nodal Officer, Innovation Cell of Ministry of Education. Sir, we hope that you will continue guiding us in this way to have better collaboration between the practitioners of official statistics and researchers. I'm humbled to thank Sri P.R. Mishra, Director General, Data Governance, whose constant support and encouragement has helped us see this day, the launch of this STATATHON. I also take this opportunity to thank Madam Geeta Singh Rathod, Director General, National Sample Survey, for taking active interest in the conduct of this hackathon and providing us with effective problem statements relevant in today's sphere and today's sphere of official statistics. I would also like to thank all the officials of MOSPI, officers and officials of MOSPI who have joined us today, either physically as well as virtually. I also thank all the educational institutions, startups, researchers who have joined us online today. You are the most important part of this hackathon, and your active participation will help us to make this hackathon a successful one. Last but not the least, I thank Sri Yogesh Brahmankar, Sri Pradeep Dhage, and the entire team of Innovation Cell of Ministry of Education, without whose constant support this hackathon would not have been possible. I also thank my colleagues of DIID who have all contributed immensely for this event. Together with the innovation cell of Ministry of Education, we will put all our endeavor to make this Statathon a successful one. That we conclude the formal launch of STATATHON, a data journey towards Viksit Bharat. To all the future solvers, thinkers, coders, and builders, this is your stage, your challenge, and your chance to shine. Thank you all for joining us today. Let's make data smarter, systems stronger, and Bharat Viksit. Jai Hind. Thank you.
Thank you. Namaskar.